Hi guys, welcome back. This is the part B of the tutorial for the base application project, and in this tutorial we will see what's the first thing we need to do when we are creating a BLE project. So before we start programming, we need to understand this, that we need a debugging feature in our code. So for that we will be using nRF logger, and we can turn it on and off whenever we need, but by just using the SDK config.h file. It has all of the stuff that we need for our application to work. If you don't know about these UART and RTT, how we connect the logger with these, in the start of the series I have already posted the videos for this, so you can check those videos out and see what is a logger module. So I won't go into too much details because I have already covered that. We will just see how we can configure it in the BLE project. So first of all, for nRF log we need to include these files. So you should include all of these files, and then here we are just going to include 3 files. So let's include them. So these are the 3 basic files that we will include for this logger, and let's see some configuration as well. We go into the SDK config using CMSIF's configuration wizard. If you don't know how I'm opening this, you can just see my tutorial on how we can configure the CMSIF's configuration wizard with the SDK config.h file. And here you can see nRF log. So if we click here, and you can enable it for RTT if you want to. I would like to use the UART port, so I'm just enabling it on the UART. So it's enabled for UART. And here if we go into further details, we can see some other stuff like baud rate and the buffer size. And also if we go here and look at the nRF log enabled, we can see all of these control functions. So we can use these controls to set the output for the log. Basically we can use this for our log outputs. We can control different stuff, like this one is the mostly used feature, that we change this default security level. So for example, it's set to info, but if we change it to debug, it will be very helpful. For example, sometimes we are using the soft device and we are using more RAM. If the soft device needs more RAM, then our device will generate an error on the UART port, and it will show us how much more RAM we need to add for the soft device. So later we can configure it so that our application can run smoothly. Right now I don't need to see the debug. We will see this feature later on. First we have to finish the basic code. So I will just set it back to info, and here we can this time we will be using deferred enable, because we will be using sleeping modes as well, because that's in the power management. Also the power management, if power management is enabled, then we don't need to uncheck this deferred, because it's very useful, and it will transmit the data before sleeping. The microcontroller is going to transmit the data before sleeping, so it's really useful. So we'll put it as on the deferred, and it's already configured by default. That's why I'm using the template file, because it has all of the basic configuration, so we don't need to worry about lots of stuff, especially for beginners. We have lots of things to configure, but it also gives us the flexibility to make almost any type of application using our nRF devices. So I'm just gonna close this because it's already saved. Now we have these log header files. Now we will create a simple function that is going to be called, which is going to initialize the log. We have already seen this function in the previous tutorial. We have been using it a lot, so let's create it. So basically the app error check is basically going to put this error on the log. So we will receive these errors in the log, so we can see and debug which files are causing the trouble or which lines of the code are causing the trouble. So we can easily know and we can reach the code, and then we can change the stuff from there. It's really useful for debugging. So the last thing here we need to do is we have to initialize the default backends. And here our code is finished, and this is the basic code for the logger that we will be using in our devices. I have already covered this logger, so if you don't know what I'm doing here, you can see my previous tutorial on logger. I have already created a tutorial on it, and it's present in this series, in this video series. This would be our first step, so I will write here first step, like initialize the logger. First, let's create all of the functions that are related to BLE, and then in the end we will just call them one by one in the main, and I will show you in what sequence we have to call them. Also, we have to be careful with the placement of these functions, because if we place them above or below, they can cause some troubles, especially for the functions which have the event handlers as well. So we will see them in the future, in the next tutorials. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope so you know what are the basics of log and how to configure it. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.